overstanding over what the government's put in front of us.
All right, let's get some love in there, goddammit.
It is a
You can see, for whatever reason, the angle that this route takes is very unique, where it pulls back to safety, but it does not pull back the cornerback as it gets behind him. He's too far behind. Like I said, it's one of the best cornerbacks in the game. For the cheapest, fastest, most reliable buck coins in the market, check out my coin sponsor at AOEAH.com and use discount code MONEY for 3% off. Link in the description below. Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shot. Smith at the Man Cheese, as always. Got a glitchy pass play for you guys today. Yesterday, I put out a run play scheme and a trick play scheme, really, that, I told you guys if you want to see a full breakdown or a pass play today, hit the like button in the comment section. Today's going to be the pass play. It's a one-play touchdown against every single defense in the game. You guys know how I like to do this. Typically, I put on my pass plays, but I still got more. So if you guys want to see more out of this offense, a full offensive breakdown, I probably have like 8 plays out of this offense. Hit the like button, let me know in the comment section. Other than that, we're in the Chiefs playbook. Like I said, I showed you guys some super glitchy run plays yesterday. I have a link in the description for that if you guys missed that. But I'm trying to do more Chiefs stuff. This is a very good playbook, and the play I'm going to show you guys today is a super explosive pass play that has a lot of different glitchy one-play touchdowns in it, and that's the double post in. So let's pick that on the offensive side. We're going to get right into the video. We're going to start off with cover 2 like we always do, although I'm not really in normal cover 2. Let's go with the normal 2-4-5 cover 2. We're going to start from cover 2 and work our way back like we always do. Now, as always, this video is brought to you by my coin sponsor, AOH.com. If you guys want to get your team up and sports channel at the same time, all you have to do is check them out. Link in the description below. Use discount code MONEY to get 3% off what's guaranteed to always be the cheapest sponsor in the market. Or you can actually get 6% off. They're running a year-long promo. You can use discount code EMAIL and get 6% off any of the products on their store. Now, against cover 2, we're going to have to make a motion that we're not always going to have to make, but you can really motion either one of these receivers. They're both on pretty much the same pattern. I find that this one works best, but all I'm going to do is motion him across with the A route on a streak. This is going to be the way to go. You can also put the B route here on a drag. You can put it on anything. I find that shortening that route is probably best. You can see it takes that corner's attention, and then it basically lets me throw outside over the top. So very easy one play touchdown against cover 2. As you can see, that's the cornerback is preoccupied with that drag. I find that most of these plays are going to really be helpful to run from the hash mark to the open side of the field. And like I said, there's more than one option here when it comes to cover 2. I can motion this guy across. It will have the exact same effect. As long as I put the A route on a streak, it'll have the same effect. But you can also put the X route here on a fade, and you'll see how, because of what the A route's doing, you can really have a lot of success out here on the opposite side of the field too. This is a play that really destroys cover 2. So if you want to work that fade, you can do that. You can also throw the tight end, and there's a lot of
good NFC matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams.
It's a super explosive pass play that has a lot of different glitchy one-play touchdowns in it, and that's the double motion. So let's pick that on the offensive side. We're start off with cover 2 like we always do. It's not really in cover 2. Let's go with the normal 2-5 cover 2. We're going to start with cover 2 and work right back like we always do. Now, as always, we're going to get your team up and sports channel at the same time. All you have to do is check them out. Link in the description below. Use discount code MONEY to get 3% off what's guaranteed to always be the cheapest sponsor in the market. Or you can actually get 6% off. They're running a year-long promo where you can use discount code EMAIL and get 6% off any of the products on their store.
Got the wrong
playbook. We're
goddammit.
going to have to make a motion that we're not always going to have to make, but you can really motion either one of these receivers. They're both on pretty much the same pattern. I find that this one works best, but all I'm going to do is motion across with the A route on a streak. This is going to be the way to go. You can also put the B route here on a drag. You can put it on anything. I find that shortening that route is probably best. As you can see, it takes that corner's attention, and then it basically lets me throw outside over the top. So very easy one-play touchdown against cover 2. As you can see, that's the cornerback is preoccupied with that drag. I find that most of these plays are going to really be helpful to run from the hash mark to the open side of the field. And like I said, there's more than one option here when it comes to cover 2. I can motion this guy across. It'll have the exact same effect. As long as I put the A route on a streak, it'll have the same effect. But you can also put the X route here on a fade, and you'll see how, because of what the A route is doing, you can really have a lot of success out here on the opposite side of the field too. This is a play that really destroys cover 2 at the bottom line. So if you want to work that fade, you can do that. You could also throw the tight end. I mean, there's a lot of different options here when it comes to cover two. But ultimately, they don't press that tight end to get better. And they work on that tight end. And all three of these receivers will be open. Also, going to be a very explosive play. It's cover two. It's going to put that again. Defense is going to stick cover three style. This plays out quite a setup. Motion across the tight end. Every play in motion somebody. And you're pretty much going to be running from the pass rush just about every single time, too. I could leave that guy on the route that he's on, but ultimately putting him on the streak and then putting the X route on slant is probably best. Although the X route, you put on the drag, you make him check that, you do anything you want him. The running back on the block, but the most important part is going to be the B route, to put on the back route. This is going to be what creates the one-play touchdown against cover three. Spot a little bit of time, and once this guy gets inside the safety, you can see he's pretty much gone. Although there, it's a little bit but you can see because I'm on the other side of the field.
Like a meat curve.
It'll feel like a man coverage if he gets into his area. I can throw it at any point in time because there's no way that cornerback can make a play. There's nothing in space for him to throw it past it in time. Before he gets too far across the field, the cornerback will come back and play. But from here, he's not. So we're going to do that one more time. It's a pretty easy setup. You do all around the head motion.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down.
He's not a very receiver. You make part of the problem. That's a very nice game around there, but you see it. You get that within time. The guy's only a 92 speed receiver. He's getting going against cover three pretty easily. This play can also have a lot of success against cover four, but we're going to do cover four regular, not cover four match. I'm not even very sure where they have a cover four here, but let's go and let's find it right here. We've got the cover four drop. So this play here, once again, very different setup. I can do the motion again, although realistically, I don't have to really do anything because the tight end here really is just going to be that's block. The B route here, put the drag, and then the X route here, put the streak. That's pretty much it. The Y route here is going to be the Y route. Once again, a lot of extra blocking. You see, we've got one of the best cornerbacks in the game out here in J.C. Jackson, who's not on his team anymore. You see, he gets right over the top of it. I've shown this route against cover four in the past. You can see, for whatever reason, any of this route takes very easy to cover forward. Pulls back to safety, but it does not pull back to cornerback because it gets behind him. He's too far behind. Like I said, one of the best cornerbacks in the game, a superstar cornerback. And he does make a better reaction to those players, but you can see it. If I could have got a little bit more pass, it probably would have been a touchdown. Although there, it pretty much get tackled on the floor. If it's easier to remember, you can do the exact same setup as the cover three play. You can see the exact same setup, but the B route here has to be either a smoke or a drag. The smoke spot is a drag where this time you're going to check down. And number two, it'll pull the cornerback in more, which is going to get outside and over the top of him. As you can see right here, it really does a much better job. So that's probably the full setup. Definitely do this better. So we'll do that again. Full setup with the
first down here as the tackles make the Cowboys 19.
It's on there. No, I did not. So we're good. Like I said, same setup. No drags. Good check down against the defense. Eyes are well side pockets. Taking a play. You can see it's very easy touchdown against cover three and cover four. So that's pretty much every zone coverage with the exception of cover four match. We'll show that real quick before we get to our man coverages. So let's go cover quarter.
Good shit.
Now this play is a macro.
That's all nice.
But they're both going to be cover four because cover four is perfectly designed. It's pretty much every receiver is going to get open because cover four doesn't get cross routes very well. As you can see right here, both of these receivers are going to get open. But to just keep it simple, the wide routes going to be unique. But like all the zone coverage, just going through some man coverage. Just going off the man coverage too. When it comes to man coverage, man cover two, especially the guys pressing the receivers, basically that's successful because they play down. So it's really going to be best. So you'll do the exact same stuff that I was showing you guys previously when it comes to coverage. You're going to do the exact same thing, exact same drag. I'll do my fade, I'll do my streaky tight end. And you're going to see how the wire out here can get open. As you can see here, the drag definitely helps to get that receiver off that press. But it's going to be better if you do it a different way. The best way is going to be if the cornerback follows, if you know it's cover two, just basically motion snap it. As you can see right here, he's not going to get that press now, and he's going to get open to the sideline a lot easier than if you would let him get set, even with the drag receiver going to the air. There is another setup.
Let's see who can run these motherfuckers over.
Without making any motions. If I put the wire out here on fade, put the route, and the B route, and an out route. I can have success against cover 2. We'll see here in a minute. But this is kind of different because you're going to have to double team this defensive end for this play to have success. Otherwise, the second release will just let the defender go straight in. So that's something that you have to keep in mind. But you can see here how the middle of the field does get wide open for this play. So this is a one-play touchdown against cover 2. It's probably better, but it takes more of a setup, and you have to basically set up your offensive line to block. So while this block and release is really glitchy, it really messes with the block for first and 10. You have to remember to double team this guy so that somebody blocks him. If you don't double team, he just kind of lets him come straight down.
I'll take that 5, 6, 4, that's all.
It's going to be very hard, but you see it.
Gives Zeke a break. About to just right, left, right now.
This one here, I mean, there's a lot of really good routes. I don't really make any adjustments.
Should have kept it outside. That's my fault.
Without any adjustments anyway, and you can see we get very good play. The tight end's a very good play. There's a lot of really good options here. So against cover 1, we really have a lot of options.
Can't afford to fuck up, though.
It's a very big play. As you can see, it's going to be a beating safety. That's something that's going to be successful. And it's just going to be defense. So that's again, as always, if you guys see a full breakdown of this offense, more passing plays, hit the like button in the comment section. Nothing else. Need more help? Head over to my Patreon and join my team. Great plays, exclusive content like defense and bonus plays, as well as great access to my bits and more. Look at the description below.
He's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Jerome Baker, I can flip that to make Jerome Baker my guy because I'd rather him for his speed. But ultimately, this is going to be the look. Now, I'm not even sure if this is messed up entirely because the diagram is messing up now. It doesn't look like that slot receiver's going to be covered. But let's go ahead and do this. He got covered. Notice that he got the advantage too against the slow linebacker. But you can see not a lot of things are going to be open. And it can be a really easy setup once you get used to it. It takes 2 seconds. Just that guess pass and know what they're out of do. Sometimes I use this guy just to get myself a little bit of pressure, but you know, information like this, it's easy to jump flat to that run back, which is the table route is very, very popular here. So you see really so I'm just using all the fun for you. I can think with all these crossers. There's nothing really over here, and we kind of double receiver can't bounce it down. So there's multiple meta options here when it comes to this formation. There's more things you can do. Not my intention. This is just the first thing. This is probably one of the more popular things here. You can take that, you can pick up yards. You're not going to get much more than that. There's not a lot of things that are going to beat this particular defense unless you have a straight up speed disadvantage. That's not messed up. If you have a straight speed disadvantage, I also should have did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I guess
I ain't gonna leave nothing out there. Fuck up our momentum. We can definitely drive downfield.
So that's pretty much it. That's as good as it gets. Now there are a few more things you can do. To kind of borrow off the last concept, a lot of times I like to take this guy here, this additional blitzer, and like I said, now I'm using it as my coach. But I can also put it through a guard threat, I can also put it through a short curl, and then like I said, I can use this defensive end for somebody else because I don't typically care if I have to rush. So now I have an additional defensive short. Now there's also another really good blitz out of this, which is the 3 Sam SS blitz. Now this is another play that I put out in a scheme a long time ago with the original Sam 3-row blitz. This particular play works the same as, you know, whether it's man or zone. You could also use the 1 Sam SS blitz, but I really feel like the 3 Sam SS blitz is probably the better of the two. So I mean, obviously you're going to lose coverage if you go with the 1 Sam. So let's go and pick 3 Sam. All these defenses are the offensive side of the game. So this guy, he walks himself down. But that's typically
it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know,
when you make the adjustment,
get your 6s for 3s.
Hopefully you get the result regardless. But I wasn't ready there. We still just make it but anyway, you want to be on him to use a read for that. You make your adjustments if you don't to walk back. So if you're on him, you can control that a little bit better. So I want to bring him down like that. Then I want to shift my defensive line with Vince L, his RB, and then the left stick, and then I want to make sure that I also slant them in that direction, which is going to be deep pad, left, and then left again, so that they're basically just going over as much as possible, slanting to the left. So that's going to be as much opportunity as possible to get that safety in on the blitz. Then I'm basically just going to, this will be my user, put them on blitz, bring them over here, close enough that I try to shift the entire defensive line in my direction, and I'm going to drop back in coverage. You'll see that safety is going to be right at the edge, and it's a very easy sack. Now, because your opponent might start to see this safety come down and suspect the blitz, you can easily bend to the right back, because I'm sure that'll be the next step that they do, is try to hit back and flat with the cover 3. That's something you can do. You don't have to leave them in the blitz, but there's a lot of different things you can do. So we're going to reset that play because I already messed it up. But ultimately, we have a couple different options. And, you know, they're all really going to have success. So let's go into this one more time. Like I said, we're trying to get a blitz out of this. We're trying to get some
good game.
Most I am doing because I want them to shift my direction. So they get my free runner there. Barely gets the ball to that. But that's like I said, you can also, you can hard flat. You can do any number of things, really. But just make sure that you get on this safety here so he doesn't run back. Because that'll cost you time. So before you make the adjustment, make sure you get into that safety so that you can basically run back, which is something Steve Running Man needs to change. As we kick that free runner every time, like I said, running back that becomes the next biggest issue. But then one more time, just try to get one more. Like I said, you got to be on the safety. He ain't put that in specifically because of blitzes like this. It might have been because of this blitz. This is a very popular blitz several years ago. And that might be the reason that does that. You have that opportunity to get the best angle. I would say honestly the best. You really have to place the safety in the right spot for him to really have success. He really can't be too close to the line. He's too close to the line. He doesn't really get good pressure. Doesn't really do anything quick enough. But you can see there's definitely a lot of things here that we can get there again. Like I said, you really have to choose whether you want to man or just run down this blitz. And then formation is the 2-4-5 on the nickel. You can find a lot of information. The players you guys can try to find out a lot of different playbooks as well. That's the point. A couple years ago, the much stronger was one of the players with the defense, and it's still one of the best blitzes in the game, especially if you're going against somebody like the block running down. This is a really good defense like that. Now, you just want to make sure that your slot corner is one of the fastest quarterbacks, more safeties, and you also want to make sure that this guy here, I mean, they typically have at least one linebacker that can stand for typically my user. Baker's pretty bad, but you put a safety at the linebacker spot. So if you want to, you can run all safeties and all cornerbacks. If you have enough to play, not typically that probably the best idea. So if you have a lot of extra safeties, you can always put them in the linebacker spots. Now, as far as my offense go, I would definitely have a couple of quarters in there. That's probably going to be my best run defense. Overstone Brave is probably going to be one of the better all-on-man blitzes. The nickel blitz, too, in the video, like I said, I put that up not too long ago. It's a good outside run defense. It's also a very good blitz. I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to check that out. And then the Buck Slant 3, which we're going to go over today. The Buck Slant 3, like I said, this is probably the best blend of run and pass defense and blitz you really can get. The most bang for your buck out of this play, really is 5 defenders. So this will be the 4 plays. You guys will see a full scheme how this play looks. Hit the like button in the comment section. So we're going to pick the Buck Slant 3 on offensive side. We're just going to go with run. Now, as always, you want to on my coin sponsor at AOEH.com. You're going to get your team up next sports content. All you have to do is check them out. Discount code email. That's right. They changed it up. They're actually giving you guys 6% off right now if you use discount code email rather than my traditional discount code for money. So if you want to get 6% off the discount code email, you get 6% off everything on the website. Now, one of the best ways to run this for me is scanning the defensive line inside, and then you want to put your X defensive end on the block blitz. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to bring my user here and my blitz. Right over the center, and work my way back into the left once the play starts, because I'm going to basically pull away. You can see we actually get 2 guys in. That's one of the things about this play. We have 2 super impressive plays. Now, one of the things that makes blocking so good
Good shit.
is the ability for a to switch. And that's really what makes it play so good. There's so much chaos going on the left side that a lot of times what makes too much switching because they don't know what they're doing. So you watch Brown here, he switches off, he basically passes off the first guy. Then he passes off the second guy, nobody, because he expects the running back
fucking mad.
Yes, the running back takes out the cornerback. But you can see how Brown here, he doesn't know what's going on. He just basically does a double switch and ends up blocking nobody. He just lets the linebacker.
Blaze up, coach.
A lot of times the cornerback is blocking, especially if there's no running back blocking. But if the running back is blocking, a lot of times they'll switch to the from the linebacker free.
2-3 plays. Can we do it?
Stop slant inside. Like I said, that's all you got to do. We're going to bluff our defensive end. Come over to the center, create chaos. I'm just going to basically back away to the left. Just let you switch it out.
Trying to string a few plays together and maybe get the field goal
running back block. That's typically the way that it goes. So slant inside, which is, like I said, I think I said the original, you're going to do up on the right side, down on the right side. I go bluff blitz, then I go to the center with our user. And like I said, this will help in passing. We're running plays as well. You're going to basically just swap out. There, we actually looked like we had like 3 guys. Like I didn't cover well, because I tried to cover the right neck late. It looks like we have let the defensive end go again. Look at it. There's 3 guys. I thought it was a play for a second because I saw there's 3 guys coming out of it to the I literally thought it was a spin block. Yeah, it was a spin block. And then boom, we got 3 guys coming in the same block. You know, one time, like I said, slant inside because ultimately we're trying to create havoc inside. We're trying to force this defensive, this offensive line to create a lot of switch pressure. And that's basically what I'm down there the center because even worse better, if I get this arrow pointing in this direction, that's kind of important. So gas pass is something that they can do, but we're going to create a lot of switches here that basically back away. We actually have a run play, which like I said, because it creates so much havoc, guys are going to do a lot of times, the run's going to get stuck a lot in the direction of these shotgun plays and pretty much just it's going to be a first down. Going to put our guy on the block.
This has been a nice
and we're just going to come down right over the center. Like I said, if I can have this arrow pointing in this direction, I think that's bonus point. And guess pass. So it's going to do this. Hopefully, I mean, I'm guessing still have a lot of success in the run. We get the back. That wasn't another player with the running back was blocking, but I saw he took out the A-gap guy. And he said, this A-gap guy does.
Good looking out. Good looking out. Y'all fucked that up.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal. The wheels are off the talking about it. You can read receivers' eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it, and oftentimes not get away.
And that's what the bluff blitz is for. The bluff blitz is to get this stuff out of the block. That's how the block is. 6 blockers, 5 rushers, and somehow we still
should have ran it.
That's why it's one of the best blitzes in the game. There's a lot of other things you do see. You can slide the defense, you shift the defense in the direction of the quarterback. You can push the defense and whatever, collect down from early down. But this is pretty much, you can try things like this and try to get pressure over there. Obviously, you see the shifting from but if you want to shift the entire defense in the direction of the quarterback, I find that that's success. But we're going to do that until we like all the way over here. To try to break the offensive line, spread that
which is unusual because we saw the
this is going to be more about that quarterback. You see that he got a 3. We get 8 interceptions, we can't try to take the field from the crowd. But that was all because he was quarterback. And it looked like we had a block.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside.
Right matchup this year. And you can see once again, we got 2 guys blocking nobody. Just like I said, this is one of the glitchiest blitzes in the game.
Damn, should have took the 3.
And because of the block blitz,
It's the Cowboys who get the football first in the trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
Like I said, the bottom line is we're always getting 3 guys. That's the thing. We're always getting 3 guys. There, the cornerback actually stops. Formation itself was a 2-4-5 nickel. This is another blitz
About
out
7
of my
this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it. And that certainly makes it something a little bit more dramatic for them because if they're going to win the game,
I'm going to show you guys
have to do something
first. We're going to start off
to your
with
sideline.
on the offensive side,
Second and a couple.
we'll go with the gun backs because obviously it's not going to use that. So we'll go with that. As always, do welcome to my coin sponsor at AOEAH.com. If you want to get your team up and support this channel at the same time, every time you click that link in the description and hit punch on that, you support this channel. So I really appreciate you guys for doing that. As far as the set goes, the only thing you really have to do is let this guy here bring him right down this gap. If you come over here a little bit, sometimes it helps get the quarterback off. If you come over here a little bit further, sometimes it helps to get the defensive end off on the other side. So you have some control over what you want to get free. There you see free. Any additional coverage adjustments I would make, I'd rather make it. Sometimes I run back at 25 yards when I get deep in streaks. I also like the base line, show relation to base line, to see the safeties come down. Because any crossers, the safeties are pretty much going to, they're going to get away a lot better of early throws. That's really what I'm counting on early throws based on the fact that this defense typically gets pressure free quick. So one more time, we said
good shit.
Who considers himself underrated has told his detractors to put some respect on his name. Hard not to respect a run like that.
So that's something that obviously I would take all game plan. You have to be aware of things over the middle. I mean, I really want to be outside of this. But there's really not a lot of open here. This is based off of this pressure, which we're going to go open at that time. I typically want to make sure I have my fastest cornerback outside here, which I really don't have right now. So that's something to be aware of. Just going to do this one more time. I can also pinch this guy here, pinch the defensive line, just to try to pull more space away and get that instant pressure again. You can see the quarterback gets hit.
Down for the touchdown,
So there's a lot of different things. The pinching really would probably help most against the run.
And no return. This one is a fair catch.
Keep it at best pass. If there's going to be an inside run, that's typically going to be where it's going to go. So we said the pressure, the coverage, streaks aren't there post-patch. Like the safeties play a lot better post-patch. So you see we have very good coverage over the top. I'm guessing the pressure got in here. You see we get pressure off that quarterback, but ultimately, like I said, even with these safeties,
this is not what I asked for.
Pre-pass, they would get
just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Gotcha, bitch. So right there, like, the cover two zone, definitely one of the better post-pass defenses. It does a much better job of taking away deep routes.
Y'all gotta get over there.
Really go ahead and get gaps. Well, he got that time. Based off the fact that we moved that blitzer over. I guess I already showed you go over the center. If I come over this side, you can see right there. Actually, let's get the A-gap through. Not the A-gap, it's kind of like the B-gap. But still, let that guy go through and they basically takes it down. So there's a lot of different things we can do by basically.
And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
So baseline, shoulders, baseline, spin up on the outside of there. So I'll keep coming over here on that basically the best pass. So I'll keep all that bar.
Good shit.
Listen, this isn't necessarily the best quarterback. As I said, really not the best quarterback in the best quarterback. I don't think that's going to be mistaken. It was just a matter of time. But on this play here, we just kind of working around the play after and the tackle. They've done a nice job. Like I said, that typically there were a couple of occasions where the other side, which typically will run this blitzer off the edge opposite the running back. You don't get around that running back. You don't get around his blocking. So this is a 5-man 6 blocker, and still gets right around it. And at the end of the play, you got two guys blocking nobody. But baseline shoulders, baseline, it doesn't really matter what gap you come down into. Like I'm coming over here and should have the same success. It's just going to pull the line over. You see that coming off the edge. Like lightning speed, again, Cam Newton does stand like Mac Jones. I'm still expecting Cam Newton better. So, like I said, just really fast stuff on the road. It doesn't matter what gap you stand down. I just find that sometimes you get pressure with a kicker. I find the most success will stand down in the gap next to this guy. But you can get it from pretty much anywhere. So I got two more plays to the scheme. Like I said, this particular play is not necessarily the best. So that plays a really good blitz. It's a really good outside run defense because it's blitzing quarterback. It's not very good inside run defense. You always want to have that in your audible. I said you can set up something like this. We're going to have a double blitz 2. We're going to have a couple of quarters. Outside the edge, we're just going to send the house in the middle. and the cover 2 man. Those are the 4 plays that I run most. As far as the best run defense is definitely coming from the quarters. So let's pick that. We're going to force that run. Let's go ahead and pick halfback base. Let's go ahead with baseline, slow blitz, baseline again. Your safety will come down the box, and the quarterback's going to get roasted. If you do that, you don't guess pass. These safeties do a really good job of stopping the run, or at least playing the run first, compared to, choose to drop back right away. So, this is something where you can basically just have success more if you just basically run the cover 4 and just, basically bring the safeties down to the box. But you can do a much better job of stopping the run just right there and safeties down the field. But any other defensive safety drop back right away, cover 4, they walk down to the box and basically just play the run like linebackers. So this is, it's like having a big linebacker.
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working,
anyway,
they just stick with it.
have this in your arsenal. So I'm going to do it again. Baseline.
Oh, no, he wants the football.
Oh, motherfucker. This game.
The formation is 7, 2, 6, 7.
This was a close game.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Butker on for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Damn, we had it all working out.
But definitely these would be the 4 plays that I would like. There's also a lot of really good blitzes. 4 or 6, a lot of good blitzes. So if you guys want to see
Still got time though. Here's the play art ain't fucked up.
We're just going to go with random. We're going to pick something kind of better. We'll random gun bunch. Now, as always, this video is brought to you by my point sponsors at AODAH.com. If you guys want to get your nuts up and
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
Ooh, that's game.
It's intercepted.
But an empty backfield look like this is even better, because all I really have to do, I'm going to choose whatever side has the least receivers, and I'm going to blitz this guy here and bring him down into the gap. This is basically what's going to get my free rusher. I'm not going to stay here very long. I got to drop back immediately.
One more time.
Take away 16's, the slot receiver on the left there. But this is pretty much it. You don't really have to do anything. I like to slant my guys outside my defensive line a lot of time, although here it doesn't even look to really make a difference. But there we go. Now, I guess it didn't work out the first time. This will help to get these, in my opinion, I mean, it works either way, but this will help to get these outside cornerbacks off the edge even easier. So I'm going to go ahead. I mean, I can do a lot of coverage adjustments and pinch my defense, bring these safeties down a lot of times, because, a short passing concept is pretty much going to be what you need to beat this defense. You get also hard flat, stuff like that. This is pretty much going to be the base setup. Then your defense can look something like this. Now, your safeties, you can leave them back. There's a lot of different things you can do. The only other thing I would say is make sure you guess pass. Guess pass is going to be one of the things that I do just about every single time. So let's go ahead and let's take this off so the offense can run their play now. Like I said, I'm not staying home.
Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Washington football team.
I really don't feel like playing now, though.
He chooses the cornerback. And then, for whatever reason, I guess I pulled the guard really well. Guards are a lot slower than tackles. I pulled the guard really well. So he said sometimes it's tough with this replay system. But this guard here, I guess he was too slow to rotate, because he's reacting to me immediately, and then by the time I back away, he's too slow to rotate on this defensive end. So this defensive end just gets right past the guard. If we go to the other guard, he's over here blocking nobody as well. As you can see, this cornerback also gets him free, but he doesn't get the A-gap pressure defensive end does. But he is I also forgot to mention, you want to put your fastest quarterback at these spots. I got Byron Jones. I think it's like a 96-speed quarterback coming off the edge. So it's going to be a huge advantage. So here we have a look where we have a running back in the backfield. This is going to be typical. Whenever you have a running back in the backfield, this guy here, he has a much lesser chance to get pressure than the guy on the other side, because this guy on the other side here, even if the running back is on pass block, if it's a play action, he won't be able to take away this blitz here. And even if it isn't a play action, so you don't want to set the defense for that guy. So all I'm going to do is basically use the gap over the running back to make sure that that guy really gets the attention, at least the arm will shift in my direction. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to do my second slant outside, my defensive line, gets pass, which I'll do this gap here. I do a lot of other things like cross line, which I did, press my entire defense, all that stuff, but that's really up to you. So as far as the play goes, except the running back does go out on the pattern, and you can see right there, we get an easy sack off the edge. Hopefully I'll get the close to that blocking. A couple things about this defense that I like. Number one, I think cover 2 is one of the better defenses in the game right now.
Did it again?
A lot of people feel that cover 2
Good shit.
So that's something, but you will not stop the run very well. That's something that's not a good run defense. Here I spread the defense line out a little bit. That should help as well. But this is pretty much all you're going to do. Like I said, this is something where if it's a run play, it's going to be action anyway. So it doesn't really matter. I'll show you guys the run defense here in a minute out of estimation, but ultimately it doesn't really matter. So like I said, I'm not in this tight end. You don't know if the running back is on a pass block there or not. So on this play, the running back was blocking. We spread our defensive alignment even further, and you're going to see how that has another add effect when it comes to these alignment trying to switch off. So here we go. That packet comes out. He shifts on the defensive line to try to pass the guard, but then the point out is not right there. He doesn't touch anybody. So ultimately, once again, we have switch issues in terms of the speed of his cornerbacks. Although the running back was blocking, he does pick up his cornerback, which is, like I said, you always want to make sure the guy coming off the top of the side of the running back will be the one that gets the pressure every single time. Because number one, they just don't see it coming to this side of the field, and number two, if they do, they can't rotate over quick enough to pick it up. As you can see, we still get very easy pressure, as this is one of the best blitzes in the game. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to a run defense. But before I do, I just want to show you guys a couple of things when it comes to these safeties. Now, I know that I was doing a lot of baseline show blitz, baseline setups where these safeties might come in. If you have receivers out wide like this, you can't hard flat and have these safeties out. A lot of times I'm hard flatting. If you're going to hard flat, you have to have these safeties out wide to take away the possible streaks from 8, 4, 15. These outside receivers, streaks can still his defense. Easy streaks if the safeties are out of position. So make sure they're out wide enough to take that away. But other than that, I mean, this is a very easy defense setup. If you make sure, if you know where the pitfalls are, you can easily account for them. So we had to force pick a run play. We picked the inside zone. Obviously, a very popular running concept out of most gun formations. It's probably the most popular. Just to show you guys that, number one, this will not stop the run successfully. So we're just going to go, we're going to run it as we were, although I don't know why it's not letting me get off my safety. This game's been really buggy since the last patch. You have to pause sometimes just to get that ability back. But like I said, let's say we're setting this up the same way. You're just going to see here, it's not typically going to shut down a lot of inside runs because number one, it gets to the safeties right away. The safeties are the issue when it comes to number two. Number one, they play too far back. Let's go to replay. They play too far back to start the play, but number two, they also drop back immediately unless you're getting run, which is a huge mistake. They will typically drop back on their heels and be out of position making a play. There's an easy counter for that. So a great counter for that is going to be cover 4-4. Now, all I'm going to do is baseline show this baseline once again. I'm going to usually do safety a little bit, bring them up a little bit tight so that they can be right in the area where an inside zone run could be. And this is basically going to be your look. If you don't guess pass, which is not something that I want to do now, you're going to see how these guys do a much better job of stopping the run. That was a safety catching the running back about 2 yards after the ball was snapped. It's going to Buster Rico. They said much different when it comes to cover fours. Cover fours, the safeties will play down in the box and clearly better than any safeties in the game. Cover 3, cover 2, they all typically drop back. But cover 4, if you don't get past, they walk right up in the box and and they will take away these runs very well, as you can see right here. He stops 2 yards deep, and we have a very successful run. And the setup should be easy. Wide triangle, right on the left stick, then wide triangle, left stick, and wide triangle, right on the left stick again. So really easy setup, baseline to shoulder, baseline. Just said, I'm going to bring my safeties where I want them, because I know that they're the reason that this defense will stop the run in the first place. You can also hard fly. If you think it might be an outside run, hard fly can help that. But ultimately, this is your setup. You can see it. There's just not a lot of running in here. This is the formation I use. 2-5 double A gap. There's tons of different double A gaps. It's pretty much works the same in all of them. The only real thing that you have to make sure you have a scheme like this is to make sure you have your fastest outside linebackers in these two spots. Number one, I already have Van Ginkel. I know who that guy is, but he may still speed, so we'll get that. On the other side, we're going to want to put Shaq Griffin, because he's at 91 speed, so we'll put him there. And those are going to be the two most important. Number one, I'm going to be using one of them, and the other one's going to be getting pressure. So it's really all about those two guys. The rest of these guys don't matter. So if you get fast defensive ends, say you got Josh Sweat or something, you can take them out, put them out of one of these outside linebacker spots in this particular play. It doesn't really matter. But I would also try to make sure that they have speed and catching, because like I said, you're going to be using one of these guys. So the play itself, this is the first play, it's a big blitz. Everybody knows about this play. The first time I put this play out, even though back in that 1990, it was a completely different setup back then. The setup that I use now is probably a little easier and it's a little more consistent. But I'll show you a couple different setups against a couple different offenses, because there's a lot of different ways to run this. You can really run this setup, I'm going to show you too, out of just about any of these plays. Like I could run it out of the Buck zone blitz. I might show that a little bit later on. But I'm going to show you guys a full scheme. There's a couple of really good blitzes. Now before we get into this video, as always, this video is brought to you by coin sponsor at AOEAH.com. If you guys want to get your butt team up and you want to support this channel at the same time, do me a favor, check them out. Link in the description below. Just kind of put money into off. It's already success on this drive, but now as far as this play goes, like I said, there's a couple of different setups. Number one, I used to do this. I would blitz this guy here, bring him down to the box, and basically just hover this center. I don't typically get picked up on the, it doesn't typically pick up on the blitz. But I can do this and basically drop right back in the setup still works pretty good. You also want to make sure that these safeties are closer to their assignments. And while you do this setup here, I always want to get past too, because that's one of the most important things to make sure that these defensive ends don't bite on play action. But get pass, that's important. And the last thing you do is you want to is spread the defensive line, which you can see is just going to basically, get these outside linebackers in a little bit better spaces so that they get rid of the bounce. But that's not typically the way to do it. This is something you can do. I say you just want to make sure that you get that safety down. Right, this guy back. Like I said, this is the real simple. This guy's pass. I hover the center. This is going to basically make all these lines.
Oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you're doing. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Looking to throw. Heineke. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Heineke. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On second down, a run with Gibson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Heineke on first down. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
We're going to keep getting sacks.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Flush to his right, to the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Heineke. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. To throw is Heineke. Thomas brings it in. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. A first down throw for Heineke. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Heineke to throw it. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Now after the sack, Heineke and the Washington offense going to face a tough 3rd and long. Buying time to his left. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. Heineke eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Katie,
He went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
Sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is,
bit.
You don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Which is why I wanted to let the
Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Shit, I get the ball back. No need to fuck up.
But ultimately, those two routes, it's just about
not wanting to take a chance this time. They'll keep it on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So after a good run by Zeke, another first and 10.
Pretty much the same read. You're just pretty much reading the drag to the crosser to the comeback route. And one of those three should be able to spread every single time here. Probably should go a little bit earlier, but you can see it's just a
and there's Amari Cooper, his first catch. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of
pretty much,
action.
we talked about it. The window's open here in the flat to take that. It's typical of a cover 3 or cover 4, but I'm really working my way from front to back. I'm really working from the running back to the drag to the A route. The B route is really just there to pull coverage. This is pretty much going to be all that I do here.
First down throw for Prescott.
Ah, motherfucker.
Force it in, and it's intercepted.
Something will be here.
And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Controllers on the linebacker.
Charles, he was so close to halftime there. He threw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to him in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before that time. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though,
And he will go down. Cowboys
Next up, we
sack.
have the field express cross.
First half in
Another
the
cover
books.
field,
You're
but
watching
this time
the
it was
NFL on EA Sports.
You have to run this from a hash mark, and you have to run it to the open side of the field.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon in charge.
Then I'm just waiting for this X route to cross 35 yards so I can pass the away from the safety. As you can see right there, it gets past, although that wasn't necessarily the best catching animation. We're going to do that again. As far as I'll put the B route on the street, and I'll put the RB route on the drag for a check down. As far as the blocking adjustments, that's not really mandatory for the play to work. I'm just doing that because I find that it works best to double team. Number one, the best pass rusher will get the roll in the direction of the throw, and they can see, okay, we get a great pass leads, we get the touchdown halfback. So you can see it's very easy to put this in the
zone for a touchback.
And you have to watch this guy here. Watch, number one, you got to watch for that cornerback to stop running, which you should. Number two, you have to wait for him to pass 35 yards, which is right about here. So once he does that, I'm probably already throwing. I guess it's somewhere, maybe it's not 35 yards, it's closer to 30. You can see a ball running down before the receiver. He's got an out there. Maybe it's 35 yards away from the first. I'm not 100% sure. So the fact that I'm dropped back might be part of the reason why it works. Next up, we have the stretch of their looking. This is a very good goal line play.
Put together some nice plays.
This is a very good goal line play.
It's cool. How much I lose?
Against man coverage, this is going to be a really good route. You can easily get 5 yards. This is a cover 3 of Williams right now, and still having a lot of success. The cover 3, however, is also, cover 3, cover 4. The running back is going to be one of the better plays. As you can see, there's typically nothing out there. The cornerbacks drop back. In those scenarios, cover 3 football offense. You can also control the formation by moving this guy out. You can see the defense shifts away from the direction it's going. And it would also help to get that quarterback a lot of times. You can see, I feel it's best to leave the tight end in. You have the option if you want to motion the formation because this offensive formation is really what controls the defense. I found this formation here because of the 3 tight end set. And the ball set basically shifts the defense to a line in that direction. Next up, we've got the stretch wide receiver screen. This is going to be best against cover 3, cover 4 off coverages. Essentially, these screenplays are just really good anytime, they run off coverage, cover 3, cover 4. It's really that simple. The average stretch play is just flip it. So it's not like you have to hold the button to handle it. Also, you have to hold the button to handle it. But typically, it's a good run play to the right side, which is successful maybe against different coverages, compared to the X route, which is really just successful against cover 3 and cover 4. But ultimately, you can, it's just a good play to mix in to confuse your opponent. Except you have the tight end hat. It's going to look at the block the check down. All you do is read the shortest routes to the deepest routes once again. A route, B route, all crossing routes, pretty much 2 reads. They just separate a little bit of different timing in some of the plays from this formation. But ultimately, it gives you a really good series levels of passing from short to deep. You can see this is a pretty good place with this play on offense. Next up, we got the halfback stretch. Cowboys investing in cover 3. Do you see any off coverage where the cornerback drop back? It's going to be one of the better ones. Except we got the inside zone weak. Probably the best run playing information. You can see how the receiver pulls the linebacker
touchdown at Zerline. He'll kick it away.
The line strength based off of what you're looking at there on the last page here.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go
to work. Has a good counter, like right here. They have a stretch. If the man coverage, there's no cornerback out there. This is going to be the pivot back to the opposite side. So that's really going to be the 2 plays in this formation. Here, looks like
you're going to have problems throwing it deep, I see.
Play like this for some reason. Just does a really good job.
This next drive, the Washington offense. Their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On second down, here's Gibson again. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On the counter, Gibson. Get this one up to about the 39 here. On second down, it's Gibson. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's a give to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Create a much wider field. This is going to be consistent. If I were to start this play from the center of the field or any other area, it's really not going to work. You have to start from the hash mark, whether it's going to be the left or the right. You can start from the right hash mark and just make sure you run the play to the left side. It doesn't really matter. But ultimately, the way the matters right now is they match it. This is how you create a separation of the cover 3 seam. Now, I have the street crew is supposed to be throw this safety to the left as possible in that area because that quarterback has to react. You see the quarterback slow down just over, then he has to react to the underneath routes, and then the safety up top takes over. I'm watching for that safety to do that because that's when I throw the ball. Because he's got a back turn, you won't be able to flip his hips in time to make a play on the other receiver coming right to the middle.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
And like I said, the reaction time to get it, leads to safety. I think maybe the next play, but honestly, I think he's the second best safety in the game. So if he can't make a play on it, especially since I only have a brand new week as a 80 overall. So if he can't make a play on the current year, most safeties can get it.
Especially a second interception, really.
They won't do that again.
So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
The only thing about this is I'm throwing J.J. Watt. I'm going to double team J.J. Watt. So if you don't know how to do that, that's not something you need to know for this video, but if you're going against a superstar like this, you're definitely going to have to do that. So here we go once again. Like I said, I'm getting hit. And you can see it's still a big play, but there's a huge seam to be had.
First down.
Do that one more time. Like I said, I got to make sure that I double team
and he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The
Man, I'm
completion
sliding my
there for
protection, all
7
that. So I got
yards.
to pull that
And it'll
over
be
there.
second down.
I got everybody trying to take up some JJ Watt. They say, it's not a huge separation, but it's enough that you can score easy one-play touchdowns against cover 3. Now, this player beat both cover 4. 2 touchdown force, cover 4.
Good shit.
This will beat both, but it'll do it in different ways. So we'll start off with cover 4 drop. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, max pro, motion this guy out, put this A on a drag with his B route, smoke. That's all she wrote. So you're basically just going to be buying time. Hopefully JJ Watt doesn't control me to handle it. And you can see once this guy gets inside that first safety, you know the superstar safety back there, he's not going to make that play. Now, I didn't really try that very well, but that's okay. The result is the same. And I only had like the fast shooting so like I said, we basically just watched this. He gets inside this safety. If I go back to the other safety,
That'll do it.
it's just a bullet and pass it away from free safety. So go back to this other safety. These guys here, because these routes are so short, they typically just don't react. They just stay down. The way that the Madden defenses typically handle these type of plays is they split the field in half when it comes to the AI. They just stay depressed because that's the responsibility for what happened to the field. And then by the time this guy